Alright, folks, you might be wondering what we're doing here. And let me tell you, when I logged onto this yesterday morning and I looked at where I ended up, yeah, I was surprised too. So y'all may remember that at the end of our stream on Monday, sometime around like 11:55 p.m. on Halloween, I strapped a tiny little wrench onto one of my backup controllers, and the one that was definitely in the worst shape. Like, the whole casing is basically coming off of the cable for it. The buttons are not necessarily in great shape. The sticks, the rubber has come off. The logo is all scratched off. It definitely has seen and suffered the ravages of time. And so I put the thing on it to hold it in place. Now, I was not surprised that I had gotten some phantom control stick inputs that resulted in me dying. Which, of course, locks us out of continuing to do the scam because it can only be done once because those crates no longer respawn. And so, yes, by the way, I will look at that in just a second. But what was very strange was the fact that apparently, between those cases, it had somehow done the other phantom inputs to get me into the ship and to toggle down to this planet, to Gaspar instead of Rilgar. And for some reason, I was just sitting there crouching when I had come up. So yeah, that controller is definitely pretty severely fuckoed. And let me tell you, I don't think it has been touched in any way in those 10 hours other than just it sitting on top of my PS2 with a wrench holding down the circle button. So that was weird, to say the least. And I got quite lazy and didn't go grind up all the cash that we need after that, but I did get a fair chunk. So we picked up the Tesla Claw, and we're going to put that on our thing real quick. We'll put it there. I still need the Taunter for, like, one thing. Let's take a look at this thing about the Discord phishing scam. Okay, yeah, so that's the thing to watch out for, is if somebody asks you to test a game out of the blue. Don't do it. Tell them to hire someone themselves. Jesus. You can all look at that at your own discretion. I may just leave that open as a tab and put that in the description when I actually post this on YouTube. By then it'll be a little bit out of date, though, which means that by that point, it may have been dealt with already. But regardless, who knows? We got ourselves a shiny new weapon, and we'll be able to get the Rhino later on once we're done with a fair chunk of side quests we're going to do here. As usual, though, these really underwhelming dog robots can just be dealt with the Walloper. And as I've probably alluded to, I actually don't remember now if I said anything about this, there is quite a bit more of this planet to explore than what's on the beaten path. Did we not pick up whatever that crate was? Oh well. And so one thing we can do is we can struggle with the controls on this turret because they're kind of donkey shit, but there is a skill point that you can get for shooting down 5 ships with the turret, and so we're going to try and get a little bit of a head start on that. There's another turret that's in a different position that can help us out a little bit as well. And I believe that's closer to where we need to go in order to do any of the side stuff on this planet, because, yeah, there are massive swaths of this place. In fact, let's pull up the map. Like, you see all of that green area and then all of the gray area that's just unexplored for us so far? Yeah, we really only deal with about maybe 40% of this world at best. in terms of anything that we're required to do. It's kind of weird. I deal with the dogbot generator. And clean up the others. Oh, bomb. Deal with that. The way we've learned how to deal with bombs in this game already. You know, by punching it like a sane person would. Yeah, I think I said it's 5 ships we need to shoot down with this thing. Now, the best course of action would be to find a place in one of their trajectories and just hold the button down until we manage to luck out and get it, but, you know, me making the smart choice. I guess I also just like to know that I'm not going crazy and that there's actually enough stuff to shoot down from here. There we go. That felt like only 3, but okay. We got enough, and that's the important part. Now, you can start to see that there are these land masses out here. And I have to brain together how we're going to get to those, because unsurprisingly, this is going to be a little bit on the weird side. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking at the TV in the background, but that's the thing that's happening. Okay, so I think if we go back to our ship, which is what that mark on the map is, I believe, we should have a decent trajectory to get down there. Yeah, I heard about that, and somebody was expressing some confusion as to what that means, and all I can think is, well, it means that all the songs are half the length. Because that's about all that I know about anything TikTok related, is just short bits of music. And, you know, not full songs or anything, so, yeah. Short musical numbers. I don't know, maybe that Fleetwood Mac song is still, is that still a thing? That briefly was very popular, and I had to have this big moment of like, oh god, Fleetwood Mac. Which is probably going to be one of those things that makes some people be like, how can you possibly, you know, listen to music and you're, you know. But Rumors was such a great album. Rumors is deeply uncomfortable. Like, it is just a very TMI piece of music. I don't like listening to that. Yo. Not that it's completely without good songs, but mostly by and large, I would rather not. So anyway, in this big old platforming section, there's a bunch of these Blarg warships that we can take down by destroying their anchors. And that is related to another skill point. Because honestly, in this game, they weren't 100% sure what they were doing with the skill points. Just like, you know, everything else in this game, they didn't know what they were doing, but there's sort of this weird mix between ones that are completely arcane and also ones where it's just, oh, hey, here's basically more collectibles. There are shoot down X amount of ships skill points for, I want to say, at least 5 worlds, maybe 6. I got a couple of them off camera. There's one for shooting down a ship on Novelist and one for shooting down a blimp on Kirwan that I ended up picking up while I was trying to figure out how the hell I was supposed to get more money in an expedient fashion without my usual method of doing that. So yeah, sincere apologies, but that's, you know, the most dirt level. Yeah, that's barely a thing, is what I'm trying to say. We'll put it that way. Oh yeah, I haven't really gotten a chance to show this thing off yet, by the way. So if we get some more enemies, the Tesla Claw is a pretty cool weapon. It's kind of like an upgrade to your flamethrower a little bit, but working significantly better. Because it has better aim, better damage. I said better aim already. Well, crud. I meant better range, but better aim as well. It's got like some aim assist to it, which is kind of bizarre for the type of weapon it is. And of course, it shoots a tendril of electricity instead of a jet of fire, as you can tell by the fact that it has Tesla in its name, which kind of brings up an interesting point. Does that mean that Nikola Tesla existed in the Ratchet and Clank universe? These are the questions that nobody in the fandom, I think, actually gives enough of a shit to answer, but would definitely be very interesting to, you know, if I ever manage to, like, corner Ted Price in a dark alley, I don't know why that's the phrase I'm going to, by default, but the game decided that I need to die for that, so okay. If I ever happen to encounter Ted Price or anybody else from Insomniac who worked on these games, that's going to be the thing that I ask. It's not anything like, you know, useful or what was your inspiration for, you know, were you surprised by the success? No. It's going to be, does Nikola Tesla exist in the world of this game, or did you just use this as a thing because people in the real world would be able to figure it out and it's just a weird coincidence? I have a feeling that no matter what answer I get, it's not going to be one that I like. But I digress. Switch weapon? No, apparently not. Anyway, yeah, the Tesla Claw is strong. It's a good choice of weapon if you don't decide to go raise up enough cash to get the Rhino. And ultimately, even if you do, it's a good backup because the Rhino doesn't have a ton of ammunition, although it does a lot of shots per squeeze of the trigger. Oh, is somebody messaging me on Discord? No, it's just a ping on a server. Well, there's those crates that I wanted. Oh, it would be weird timing if it was that, huh? Wouldn't it? Well, it has managed to not be that, so... Meh. Okay, so that boy is gonna be a little bit hard to get at. And yeah, in the absence of a proper sniper rifle, guided missiles will do the trick. Crunch. The quick select wheel being only 8 entries is shockingly limiting. That's something that would be dealt with better in later games. They'd give you a second page for it because they sort of realize, oh god, we've given the players too much stuff. Also, a lot of gadgets just sort of auto-equip better in the later games too, so hey, double points there. Alright, it looks like we got all of them, so that's pretty cool. Hooray! There's our gold bolt. And we've got one more to get on this planet, and you may have seen it at the beginning of the stage. Oh. There's Ratchet getting his tied hand. Yeah, there we go. Hide tanned. That's better. Ooh, so now I don't know how to get there. Maybe if we just take the elevator back. Yeah, I think if we just take the elevator back up to where we got the pilot's helmet, we can work from there. So we have to go into... Yeah, we gotta go into that big, nasty Sarlacc pit looking hole, don't we? Yeah, that's coming back to me now. Oh. Remember where the hole is before you jump in. Life advice, kids. Excuse me. Go to my body to insert a hiccup there, just as I say something real stupid. Glad to see it's looking out for me. And making me look even dumber than usual. These do damage to you, the red stalactites. If you jump into them, sure, but if not, apparently Ratchet has the good sense to not step into those things until you get airborne. Hard to believe, considering who's got their hands on the controller, right? Hey, look at all these ammo crates. Wow. I didn't have to buy shit from that vendor, apparently. Hooray! We got ourselves a gold bolt. And we are 100% done with Gaspar. That is something I can guarantee you. Somebody's got some loud thumping speakers out in the background. All right, so we'll deal with this stuff. I figured out where the gold bolt is on Kerwan, I think. And it is in the workout area, so... Hey, look, here's the smashed Quark statue from earlier. No, none of that was necessary to get the thing that we're here for. I just wanted that tiny little bit of extra money. And I do mean that tiny little bit, because, yeah. Yeah, see, look at that pile of crates. That's the giveaway for you, that this is a good place to go. Nice. Alright, so that's everything here that's done. We didn't get the one here. Huh. Alright, I don't know where the gold bolt is here, so I'm pulling up a list, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I only read half of it, and I'm just gonna stick with that. We're gonna take only half the hint, and we're gonna hash the rest out on our own here, if possible. Yes, here's a little area, just a little bonus. Can I see it? No, that's not where we gotta... Alright, so I guess we just keep going further in the level, huh? Oh, fuck. That was badly done. Oh well. Gotta be at least a little bit of that in a stream like this, alright? By the way, the only skill point here, and this is one that I do remember, because it's one that you can actually do with the blaster instead of with heavier guns, is that they want you to shoot down 10 ships that are floating by here throughout this level. Can you do it with the blaster? I think you can. Yeah, there you go. It's just that it doesn't have the greatest range, actually. I always thought that the blaster had a much longer range than that. Maybe I just was misremembering for many, many years, because I haven't played this game in, like, about 5 years, probably. Maybe more than that. In fact, I would assume it is more than 5 years, but hey, I don't remember for sure. Ultimately, 5 years is just a good sounding generic length of time. I'm not sure if you have to kill them all in one life, by the way, so if we fall off again, we might be able to get away with the count not refreshing. Which would make my life quite a bit easier. Hey, Iron Fury, how's it going, Chief? Hope you're having a good evening. It's going, well, could be worse, I guess. Alright, I feel pretty confident that we've missed the thing that I'm supposed to be looking out for. I think I see the glow. Yeah, I see the glow over there, so... let's see if we... Well, there you go. Better than usual is... Better than usual is certainly good enough, right? It's a step in the right direction. Ah, hell. There's me thinking I can get over the rocky terrain like that. The rocky terrain that incidentally is made of bushes. So it's only rocky terrain in the more technical sense of how it's shaped. Rather than actually being made out of rocks. Ah, yes, rocks made out of wood. Who would think that we would ever see the day? Waiting to see if you got a kind of sort of promotion at work. Well, I hope you get it. Because, you know, that'd be real good. What a useful statement. Ooh, I see. I think that the description that I read in the guide that I just peered at was wrong. New position with a pay raise. Well, that's still, you know, something. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this from here, I think? What they want out of me? From here. There we go. That's the right of it. Oh, I see. Flooring specialist. Not bad. Again, that sounds like something that would pay well, because you know, that I'm certainly not an expert when it comes to flooring on any level whatsoever, but that definitely seems like a bit of a pain. An extra $1. I mean, again, all considered, that's not a terrible raise. $16.85 to $17.85. Not bad. Yeah, I think what we're going to do here... Oh, well, definitely, but... I think a lot of people just... That's the economy for you. They already pay you more than they want to, and definitely far less than you should get. Especially with the price of, like, everything going up lately. Your boss still doesn't want to pay you more than... Yeah, I mean, fair. Well, that's actually quite nice of them. Wow. This might help us out a little bit with... Yeah, I get the bright idea to do something to speed up the skill point at the very end of the run there. Wow, go me. I really know how to play those video games. Well, that's good. Yeah. It sounds insincere when I say it just because of the way the way my word cadence is. Just because of the cadences of my words anyway, but I do sincerely mean that good on them, and I'm glad that you're at a job that is doing good things for you. Oh, God. Working for Walmart, that just sounds like quite a mess. Family Dollar doesn't exactly sound very, like, Walmart's definitely infamous for it. I don't know a ton about Family Dollar, but I'm not exactly saying I trust them much further than I can throw. To put it nicely. Wow, that's pretty fucked up. That's... wow. Big yikes. That is some pretty serious, some legal action should be happening in their general direction at some point. Type of thing. Even beyond whatever was dealt with to begin with, but... just, jeez. Right here? This is just an awkwardly placed window, so that way we can see space station that looks a little bit like Gur from Invader Zim. Wow. Quite a description, but very evocative nonetheless. Alrighty, let me take a look at the gold bolt counts for this area, because I could swear that we got one already, and there's 2 in this level, I think? Yeah, because we got the... yeah, we got the other one. Because I think that's in the one that's, like, a trespasser room? I forget. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick look at the list here and see if there's a skill point in this area that we don't have. No, we got it already. Scroll back up to our emergency backup bit of information here. But I did see the basics of this one earlier, so admittedly, yeah. We're going somewhere which is a little bit strange. We'll get the skill points for this area later on, because they are both involved with the hoverboard race, and I mean, who wants to go back to that thing? I already have bad memories from our little bolt trick failing. Okay, holy fuck, the dude tries to sneak in on purpose to catch people not saying hello, and then they get fired for not saying hello. That is deeply fucked up on many levels. Like, I feel a little bit like trying to get your employees fired over, well, fake things really is kinda... That really is just, like, almost sociopathic type of behavior. That is extremely not a trait that anybody who operates any sort of company should have on any level. Like, fuck that dude. That person should not be allowed to work. I'm just gonna say it, like, on that level, just, like, they need to get shit canned from the entire company. Just, Jesus, man. Like, what's the safety risk? If he gets near one of you, he's gonna go absolutely ballistic apeshit for being near people who are not rich enough. Which, if that's the case, then also, you know, fire that person and... Yeah. But... Yeah, holy shit, that is a level of retail horror story that is above and beyond the call. Like, I know a lot of people who've been in retail quite often, and obviously I watch a lot, you know, I watch Plastic Allen when it's available, which is not super often, and he's got plenty of retail horror stories, and so most of his audience, but damn, that is otherworldly is what that is. Jeez. Okay, I think this is where we gotta go. Because this is a weird little side path that is giving us some nasty green water. Yeah, here we go. Here's our other gold bolt. Nice and simple. And by nice and simple, I mean only if you know the basic idea. Yeah, I think dislodging that guy would be a little bit tough, but if it was doable, well, would be good to do, but there's a lot of big question marks there on if it's doable. Go. There we go. Oh, no, I can't go backward. I have to actually go all the way the other way through the sewer pipe. I could probably save and reload at this point. It would be faster. Or at least I feel like it would be. It would be funny anyway. Wow, that's a real douchebag move. Jesus. And he talks shit in front of customers. That's... Yikes. Yeah, thankfully, I don't think that Fury's going to ever have to deal with seeing this dude ever again, as he's currently working at Home Depot, and they're doing a lot for him. So, you know, good news all around. I have no idea if there would be, like, a legal ground for that thing anymore, I guess is what I'm trying to think. Anyway, there is one thing we can do before we leave this planet. And it's going to be real fun. It's not doing this, though. But I guess while we're falling, let's get out what is probably at least a couple people's favorite weapon, if not to use.
When you're underwater, push the X button harder to rise more quickly.
Yes, that's good advice, because that has anything to do with what my problems are right now. Yeah, there are some other weird things about Family Dollar and just stuff that they've done that have given me kind of a sleazy vibe now that I've heard about them in more recent years. That aren't even like, you know, normal business venture type of things. And this was a dumb idea. Don't do that. Anyway, we're looking for a tank here.
When you're underwater, push the X button harder.
My favorite kind of hints are the ones that aren't relevant, and that's why I leave the hint system on, because then we get to see that, and I get to roast it. Oh, that exterminator guy is gone. Okay. Fair enough. We're looking for a tank, though. We get to turn a tank into a chicken. Wow, okay, whoops. Oh, I was gonna say, it sounds like the amoeboids are... No, the exterminator dudes are doing a little bit of work. I've mentioned it before, and we've seen it before, too, that there's some friendly fire between enemies. I guess I'm just surprised to see them actually, like, working against each other for a common goal. Oh god, the tanks are gonna be a bit of a nightmare here. And yeah, don't worry, Rhino Salesman. We'll be around to deal with your completely legitimate business in about, 15,000 bolts time. There we go. Just get in real close and turn that tank into a chicken. Take those and go back. Whole area is populated with chickens. Pretty great. Alright, and that location is Dunzo. Dunzo, not quite. We still have some shit to do with the hoverboard race, but I don't wanna. Instead, we're going over here. There's no skill points on Umbrus. There's just a gold bolt for us to get. Hello, Ratchet Lover 69. How are you this evening? Well, evening for me. It's about 7 p.m. here. Hope you're doing well. I see a new viewer in here. Right, we don't need that right now. So we can just deal with this place with whatever we want. And in this case, it's gonna be this.
Use the Tesla phone. Keep the circle button held down.
Oh, believe me, I already do that. Sometimes it's easier to do a quick tap. Hi, Tav, what are you doing? Get your ass handed to you by your thing in your game yet? Fighting birds yet? Oh, what am I doing that for? Also, yeah, you get a little bit of chain lightning effect with the Tesla Claw sometimes, but it's not the most reliable thing in the world in that regard. So, don't rely on it, is what I'm saying. However, it does do good damage to a single target. Like, you see it a little bit of the arcing between a couple of the two sets of turrets there. But it definitely doesn't seem like it lasts very long. Don't have to do anything with that area because that was just to open this door. It's already open because we've beaten the level before. Step back in a little bit here and try to deal with these mines a little better. Oh, is this one door for some reason still locked? That's weird. Huh. I wasn't expecting that. Now, of course, we can just use the greatest defense against those things. Massive amounts of HP. Oh, okay, right. That's not even a real door. I'm being dumb. It's just go this way. I was confused. Ah, okay, I think I understand what the deal is with this. Suck it up. That fish is having a not great time, huh? Oh, I see the gold bolt over there. Perfect landing right on one of the switches. I have no idea what you're talking about in this case, but surely Discord is doing something a little good right now. Is this about the Discord fishing thing from earlier? Or is this something else? Oh yeah, just because they're, well... I'm not sure that Discord is that concerned, unfortunately, with its user base's interests are. At least it sure doesn't feel like it that way sometimes. But maybe that's just me. The internet's great. We got all these really not great services that we all just use because that's the best we have at this point. After we lost all the other... Well, yeah. That's the joke. It's okay, spreading misinformation is normal on the internet, so I'll get away with it. That's all it's good for, apparently, is lies. And people telling you, oh, you can't trust everything you read on Wikipedia, as I look at something that has, like, 400 fucking sources. And hot ship eating. God. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we move down to the next planet, Battalia. This one actually has, like, a real mission that we can go on, and we will do that after we get the gold bolt that we need to pick up here. Pull this thing. Yeah, this'll do for our purposes. There's this one jetpack joyride over there we took down. And up we go. Yes, there's a skill point here, by the way, for beating the grind path without taking damage, which I thought I did before, but apparently I hadn't. So I got that one off camera as well. Oops. But here's this bolt. Jump slot up the building. And real quick, I can show you one neat thing here. That this is how I've been raising bolts due to the other exploit failing. Oh, there's going to be many more of those, so put the congratulations away for a bit. And now we get on this flying speedboat thing. If I don't suck. Which, tall order, but shouldn't be by that much. Jesus. Get on the air cart. Go to the city entrance. And here we go. We couldn't get through here earlier because we needed the Magna Boots, and I just done fucked it. It's okay. Thankfully, we can just recross the bridge and... You know, I'd say it'll be easy, but the Magna Boots are kind of jank in terms of their movement.
You can use your Magna Boots to traverse the ventilation shaft.
Yes, thank you. And, of course, the pathway is extremely thin because, hey, it's a Magna Boot pathway. Also, notice how Ratchet seems to be listing to the left a little bit. I don't know if this is on purpose or if I just always approach these weird or something, but there it is. He's definitely, like, he definitely seems like he's not walking in a straight line, even when you've got things as straight as possible, and it's not even like, oh hey, 3D platformer camera. Although, I mean, maybe a little bit. Either way, we're in. Hacker voice. I'm in. The hell's a hacker voice even sound like? And we got the other gold bolt here before. I remember doing it. Alright, now to expedite things further for the future, so that way we don't have to walk along the fucking ventilation shaft again, we can do that. Get ourselves some more ammunition. And oh hey, there's a couple of tanks incoming. That's the only way to damage those things with a wrench. They take forever, even with the Devastator. Roast some of these dudes and go pick up some more crates. Okay. Wall. I get up those one. Is there a ramp here that I missed? Is there a weird pile of rubble that we can climb on? There we go. This ought to do it. Now we can make our way all the way into the depths of the compound and we can see a big fucking turret. Oh boy.
Hey, I know you two.
Look, the plumber's back.
Very funny.
What are you doing here, sir?
Maintenance. What else? I helped fix this planet's useless air defenses.
Well, I think you'd better hurry up.
The turret works fine, you little yahoo. It's the locals. They haven't got the skilled manpower to use it.
I'm a pretty good shot.
You? No, I could lose my job.
Oh, come on. What's the sense of keeping up a turret if nobody's gonna use it? Besides, the Blarg chased you off the last planet. Why don't we pay him back?
Well, all right, go on if you want. Just don't break anything.
Oh, I kind of don't want, but you know what? I said 100% playthrough, and god damn it. God damn it. This is like the worst. Give me a second to adjust my chair position here, because I'm a little far back. And I'm sitting on my leg again because I'm a dumbass. Let's do this. I think we have to shoot down 9 of these ships. And of course the turret section, and with very minimal impact in terms of any of this stuff sound-wise. Which, you know, that's real helpful. These... Oh... Does anyone, like, have fun doing this type of thing? I mean, surely somebody does, but also, yowza. Jeez, there are so many of these in this franchise. It's kind of kind of silly if we're being honest here. Of course, they also get less and less heavy on the platforming in the later games of the series, and I think that that's something that would be great to come back in a little bit more force. But that said, the later games are also better balanced difficulty-wise. It's just that they also still include stuff like this in them. At least they operate a little better. Are we actually doing okay here? Are there only 4 of these ships? Was I fucking really wrong about this? This one's starting to shoot out double missiles. This might end up with some close calls on our part, but if these are the only 4 ships there are to kill, then I may have been fretting over nothing. I guess a large part of it really is the fact that you can actually shoot down the rockets. And as long as you're as diligent about that as possible in some of these cases, it's not so bad. Now, where's the screw job coming from? Come on, game. There's got to be something, right?
Well. Looks like he's good for something after all. Here, take this.
Oh, really? That's it?
It detects underground bolts. My grandfather designed it to suck up loose change on any planet in the galaxy. What a cheap old man he was. Well, see you around sometime.
Since you now own the metal detector, a bolt icon will show up on screen whenever you are near a buried stash of bolts. When equipped, the metal detector will give you signals to indicate your proximity to the buried bolts. The detector plate will always indicate the direction to the bolts. Hold down the circle button to activate the device. As you move closer to the bolts, the rings will become redder and the beeping will become faster. Continue holding down the circle button, and once you are directly over the bolts, the metal detector will suck them out of the ground.
Neat. Well, the metal detector is not a super efficient source of free money. It is a source of free money. And ultimately, that was several times easier than I was expecting it to be. I remember that part absolutely beating my ass when I last played this. Maybe I've just gotten to be a little bit smarter since I was young. I'd sure like to hope I have, anyway. I can't possibly have gotten dumber, right? I mean, my memory has gotten worse, but that's probably caused by a lot of things, really. I was gonna say, don't people with, like, anxiety disorders and depression have memory issues anyway, so... Well, whatever. We're done this planet for the time being. There are some skill points we can get, but I'd rather do some other things instead if possible. And if we're in such a position where we have more time to do stuff later, we'll do stuff later. Orxon is done. We've got both the gold bolts. Yeah, we got both the gold bolts. Double check that we have those. Gaspar, we finished. Okitaru, there is a singular skill point we can still get here from blowing up a couple of ships with our thing, and then we move on from there. Alright, so this one explicitly asks us to use the Visibombs to take down the Blarg saucers. And so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to take this thing out. And remember that the Blarg saucers are the weird things that look like they've got funny faces in their jet engine areas. And we need to take out multiple of them. I think it's 3. Which, you know, great, just great. I'm glad they're giving us something else to tank our economy with here. Oh, that looked like we blew up one of them with the edge of our blast radius there, but I don't think we actually got it. That missile was completely lost. Wow, the range of these things is getting a lot shorter, it feels like. Kind of funny, but also very upsetting. Maybe it's because we're flying too high with the missiles here. Oh, there's one for sure. I saw it pop out of a thing and everything. Ah, we missed that one. It's a real pain in the ass because you've got to use your slowest weapon on some of the fastest moving ships in the game. Maybe you can get lucky with it in that regard, I guess. It's possible. What we're up all night for. Oh, there's 2 at least. That's pretty good. Again, that absolutely looked like I succeeded. I'm sure I didn't as well. Kind of a butthole. Let's try getting on top of our ship for a little bit more height on our here. I let that go way too early. Won't even let me get it back into range when I do that. I wonder if it's just dead once I start fading out. There we go. That should be enough. Yes, and that was all 20 of our missiles. Perfect. And by perfect, I mean, wow, okay, game, that's rude. So, Hoven, this is... We've got, I think, 1 gold bolt to find here. Because we found the one earlier in the weird scrolly jump slot thing. Well, let's double check our numbers here. Yeah, we need 1 more gold bolt. Okay, so we gotta go to the water location, and it's hidden in there. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Not sure why I would not just immediately suspect that, because this game loves putting stuff in water locations for you to go find, because, hey, who actually likes swimming in a platforming game? Saying that, though, the swimming in this game is not too bad. It's pretty decent. It does alright. That. I see a bunch of choppers in the area. I think the helicopters are things we have to actually kill in order to get a skill point. Because wow, who would have guessed you got to kill a thing? Wow, you gotta kill ships in one of the areas that has air traffic. How original. Let's take out the blaster for its aim assist and its targeting. Although maybe it goes a little too slow. Devastator, will that help us out some? Maybe if it actually targets any of these things properly. Alright, well that didn't fucking work, did it? This is always an option, just... Again, just like we're doing with the car, like we do with the cars on Kirwan, is we just... do this. I think we can reach this particular chopper Maybe not. Hmm. Okay, that's 3. Oh, we got a 5th one earlier, I guess. Well, that's cool. There we go. Oh, right. This way is just to the turret. We don't need that. The way I'm thinking of is down this way? That's right. We got to go to where we get the hydro pack. Because that's where the path that we're looking for is. Yeah, there it is. See that thing over there? The elevator? That's where we're going. Well, either way, we managed to get the skill point easily, so that's cool. Alright, take out our Hydro Displacer because, yeah, that's how we gotta do things around here. Okay, I just got confused. Empty the water tank. Give us a cutscene, because sure, why not? Fill that up with some water. Yeah, we gotta be able to. Where is the place that we're supposed to put this last bit of water? Is it over there? Yeah. I think this is where we're supposed to go. Is we're supposed to look in here? Or no? Wait a second. Oh, okay. We have to surface in there, I guess. At least that seems to be what they want me to believe. I'm sure I'm about to find out otherwise. Yeah, there it is. See? Now it's time to go back to the ship. By that I mean we're going to complete the entire rest of the level and take the warp at Edwina's shop back to the ship. Because sadly, I think that might be the easiest way to do it. On the other hand, at least there will be some free money for us along the way. And I'm not talking about what we can get from the metal detector, although you know what, why the hell not? The metal detector bolt payloads are not particularly huge, but hey, it is free money. So it's hard to complain about that if we're already in the area. Oh, they take 2 hits each, huh? At least with the wrench. Money, yep. Alright, yep. Back to the ship. And that is this planet done. 100% and completely. As we move on to Ultanus orbit. And there's one to get here, and also we have a skill point here for destroying a bunch of ships. But they're grounded ships this time at least, so there's that. There's a warp there to go straight to the end, which we don't need to bother with. I mean, this level can be a little bit rough, but eh. Like I said before, I like the music in this level. a lot, and besides, we are exploring the area, so it would probably help to not just skip the whole damn level. And as usual, those things make hilarious sounds when you punch them. Or hit them with any weapon, but punching them is how we like to do. It has an appropriately visceral feel to it. It sounds so upset sometimes. Like someone's just told them no after they asked if they could just have a candy bar. Can you buy me a box of bottle caps? There you go. Then again, I haven't seen bottle caps anywhere in a while. The local Menards used to have them. I don't know if they've had them in a while. Unfortunately, I also haven't been in there in a while because, you know, pandemic, and I'm not completely up to date on my shots, unfortunately. I'm getting another booster tomorrow, though, so at least there's that, and I'll be back up to it. But of course, even then, you know, there's still the whole thing of being a carrier, and that makes me feel a little bad. I don't like going out in public, even with the optimum in defense against this horrible disease that is still with us 3 fucking years later because nobody ever wanted to do anything about it. Country fucking sucks, man. Anyway. And obviously it's not just this country, but this one definitely is pretty bad. So I haven't seen any of these ships that we're supposed to smash. They're ones that are stationary and don't fire at you, by the way. So it's not like that. Alright, I think this is where we get the gold bolt. That we have to get on that highest thing, and then there's a thing to be seen from that perspective. Yeah, I see the... see the grate on the wall. There we go. Alright. As we have to keep dealing with this sewer syrup. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, those dudes are immune to the fire waves? Okay. That sucks, but okay. Alright, now for more of this shit, because obviously... Oh. Whoops. Yeah, I'll let our hide get tanned a little bit there. Give a piece of health. Take an elevator upstairs. Alright, there's our shop, so we're at the not quite midway here. I think we're going to want this out in order to handle a couple of ships that are going to pop out from behind that door. We'll see in a second, won't we? Answers, hopefully, yeah. Alternately, they could just be gone. That's an option that would help out quite a great deal. Yes, 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 yes. They are gone. Is that one of the ships that we're looking for? I think that is. I'm just like, I think I can really only get to that with the Visibomb. But that's also the only one of them that we've seen so far? Wow. Alright. It's time for a bit of this. What the fuck are you doing, camera? Oh god. Feel a little ill. Only a little, but I definitely would imagine that for anyone there with a bit of weak constitution, that might not be super great for him. I have no idea what these holes in the wall are for, but they're They're clearly set up for you to be able to, like, shoot down them. Is that where the gunners are hanging out? This just go straight up their backs? That may very well be the case. Oh, it's for these, right. Okay. Yes, I forgot about this area. And I forgot about those when I played through the area, so yeah. Alright, so I remember that mounted to the ceiling of this area, or just in this area in general, is one of those ships, so we can get an idea as to what we're looking for. Can't we? Yeah, there it is. About to say, what the hell happened to it? And turns out nothing special happened to it at all. It just was in a different place than I thought it would be. This would be a good place to gather up a decent chunk of bolts, wouldn't it? Whatever. Punch this thing out and keep clearing the zone. Alright, room's clear. So, let's see what we can do to deal with this particular shuttle. Well, 2 blaster shots will take it out. That makes things quite easy. We just gotta find the rest of these now. But yeah, there's our warp back to the start, which we're going to be taking in a moment. After we're done clearing out the rest of this area of whatever we can actually take from it. I don't think there's going to be a ship parked out here, but there are a decent chunk of crates. And yeah, this area is definitely well populated with bolts to pick up. I like how it starts off with a slightly unique animation, then it just goes into the generic big gun animation, which is extremely funny with a metal detector. Is that all that's on here? On this miserable little strip of land? No, no, no. There's still a little more here. Oh ho ho ho. I think we got everything here. So now we have to go back through and we have to go find more of those little ships to destroy. And we're really going to have to go over this place with a fine-tooth comb, aren't we? Because I saw a whole whopping one of... Oh, there's one right now. All right, Devastator should have enough range to deal with this. Yeah. At least it has enough range to target it, so... Oh, there's another one there. Damn. Okay, so this is pretty deep into the level. Yeah, this is by the big pillbox. Right? Boom. All right. So now, I don't think we can get on this roof, unfortunately, because it would be a great vantage point for us to do scans for some more stuff. But we know what we're looking for in terms of what those shuttles look like. I just don't 100% know if there's like good places to look for them. Just scan everywhere, I suppose. In fact, it may be easier for us to go all the way back to the beginning of the level through the usual method of doing that, i.e. death. Here we are back at the start, and you can see that those things are already gone. Let's take this out again, because I think we're probably going to have to do some punching pretty soon. No, this isn't a ploy to get me to hear more of the track, even though, like I said before, I do like it quite a bit. I don't have a whole lot to talk about here. This level is going to be fucking bare, and we're just looking for these little cube shuttles that... Well, they kind of look like the car that my parents drive a little bit, but the wrong color and being spaceships. But, you know, in terms of that, like, squarish frame, it's right there. The comparison is very easy. The resemblance is, all considered, fairly striking. Oh, there's another one there, isn't there? Oop. Oh, helpful. That looks like just prime real estate to throw one of those things. However, it doesn't appear to be the case. Well, we're gonna throw this thing on, use one of our 2 very expensive, very precious Visibombs to go looking. And that is actually just a location that we walk on later. Well, oops, I'm dumb then. Take the Devastator back out and look around for our... look for some more cubes here. Here, no, this area is curved. Well, sloped anyway. Not really curved. So we're back here again. Hey, Mark, thank you for the resub for 30 months. Wow, I have been doing this for too long. In before Streamlabs plays back the sound for a notification that I could have sworn I disabled many fucking years ago. Not years, but months anyway. On Streamlabs. Back when I used to use that as my notification service before, well... before the shitstorm related to that company happened. And I started getting emails from them again, which, you know, I swear I shut their thing off. They should just let me delete my account over there. But they won't. I think I've said this before, too. Like, wow, the level of jank involved on Streamlabs. The jonk. Maybe they just couldn't steal that part of the software from anyone else. I don't know. Oh. Oh, this is just a place I can't go up to. Very silly game, but okay. Alright. Yeah, so here we are over here. There might be something I missed a little forward in the level. But there's not much more space in here. So I've got to be almost done with finding these shuttles, right? Okay, so this is the end of the line, right? Because, yeah, this is the Magna Boots area. Where am I missing one? Well, regardless of the answer to that, we can just leave this room because there's no enemies again. Rather. And maybe we can have some sort of vantage point up here on the landing strip. If not, we just return to our ship and go, well, I don't know what we're missing. Checking the shop? Well, there's a very simple reason for that, and that's that Discord, like most other companies, doesn't want to hire human moderators for any of that stuff because they think it's not worth the money. And machine-based tech support and moderation is just, well, extremely bad, as you're seeing right now. And of course, as I don't actually have to tell you to begin with, but still. What's that spot down there? Well, I mean, yeah, there is that too, that they could at least have the decency to make them sort of useful if that's what they're going to stick with, but effort, money, time, money, even if it wouldn't really cost that much. Well, I mean, there may also be that possibility, too, that they don't have anybody working for them who knows how to help you, but you'd sure like to hope that's not the case. Jesus, I really have no idea where these are. Yeah, my commentary is going to devolve even harder here because, I mean, I don't really know what to say in a situation like this other than just, oh wow, I don't know where any of these little cube ships are docked anymore now that we've gotten what seems like all of them and the game didn't give me a skill point for it. All right, so we're gonna take this thing out, and we're gonna make the worst call of our lives here, basically. How grossly expensive are shots from this? 200. Well, you know what? I don't feel like going all the way back, so let us never do that again. Oh, that's just a. No, it just looks like it's a glass barrier. God, I wish I could slow these things down when they're... No, wait, no, it is a whole ass windshield. Huh. Okay, this is the landing strip at the end of the level. Oh, I see. There's a bunch of them on top of that building over there. Well, that is not the most expedient way to deal with them. I think we're going to want to go back to the airstrip. and use that as our vantage point. As I just sort of hope that that's the last of what we need for these, because, yeah.
Hi there, fuzzball.
What the hell was that noise? That was weird. Alright, so here we are. Back at the airstrip, and we're looking for a building with a couple of those things on top of it. Was it over there? Yeah, it was. Okay. Gonna be quite the long shot, but we should have enough range to deal with these. Yeah, there's been enough Visibomb abuse in this video that I'm sure that's gonna be the thumbnail on YouTube. Hooray, we just earned a skill point. About fucking time. Earned is definitely the key word there, because yikes. Or like we just bought a skill point, really. The amount of bolts that we threw down the well for that one. Oh, boy.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Guess we'll restock on both of those. Alright. Now we go back to Ultanis Orbit and... pardon me, just Ultanis, not Ultanis Orbit. Stupid. Poorly spoken. Border City Ruins, and... yeah, no Clank allowed here. Let me go take a quick look at how many gold bolts we have, because we should have at least 2 from this level. And there's... oh god, there's 4 here. Yeesh. That's a lot of business we gotta do here, because there's also a skill point. Got that. Oh god, are they both in the ice and wind area? Fuck me. We're also going to end up having to redo... oh, for fuck's sakes. Well, that's good. We're also going to have to redo the swing shot course for the 1 gold bolt from the end of the last stream. The stream before that, rather. Fuck. Boy, I'm so glad that they gave me the ability to walk on these magnet strips. I'm so glad I get to walk in this area up here again, because yeesh. Alright, so guide for this. That's fine. What are you talking about, this thing? Fuck! I hate this a lot. Get this fucking landmine out of my face. I took a hit from that thing before like an idiot. I'm not doing that again. Fucking goddamn mother... Jesus. Ugh. Why? Why is this so badly designed? Did somebody actually playtest this? Oh, I'm sure they did. Again, this is much less bad than most other games where I usually will resort to saying that, but there's definitely some parts that could have stood to have been a little more polished. Unfortunately, business never changes, so I'm sure that somebody further upstairs at Insomniac was like, well, we got a deadline we gotta make. We could make this better, or we could make our investors happy. And at the end of the day, somebody in an executive position will just happens to like money more than they like the people who buy their products. Alright, let me pause here, because this is the location that this guide has suggested we need to go to in order to start doing, in order to get to this gold bolt. Oh no, maybe we have to keep going, because that also specifies that there's enemies on it, and there aren't... Excuse me, and there are not enemies here. Very pointedly, in fact, there are not enemies here. Plus, I see a bit of the glow in the distance. Fucking god damn it! Wow, I dislike this immensely. Yes, we need ice physics and wind in the same location. While you are massively disabled from a platforming perspective. This has got to be the worst platforming section in any of these games. I'm absolutely certain of it. And I was the one who was saying earlier that I would like more platforming in these games. Well, if it's like this, then no, but still. Fuck. Get on there. Ratchet, you... Get on the Magna Boot strip, you filthy weasel man. Oh boy. And some absolute monster of a human being decided, hey, let's hide 2 gold bolts in this area. There it is, the primal punchline. Yeah, see, I see the glow of one of them. Alright. We're here. I see one of them right there. Oh, we can use our metal detector here, guys. You get out the metal detector in this area, you're a fucking moron. Alright, so... Up? Yeah, alright. So I think we've got to go to the area where we have to hang, right? And we just keep going. Is the idea? That's what it sounds like. So let's see how well that works. Yeah, okay, there it is. Alright, that was nice and simple. So, there's all the gold bolts for this area. Unfortunately, now we have to deal with the skill points for Ultanis, which are pretty bad. If I recall correctly. Alright, yeah. One of them is to destroy all the street lights in the city. What kind of a monster decided to do that? Because now we have to go back through that gold bolt path and do that, and that's just a lot. Ultimately. I think the ice area is completely free of them, so... I mean, remember, we gotta do all this on one life, so... I should definitely start with the end of the long swing shot course. Fuck me! Oh, man. That ain't great. Well, here's what we're gonna try doing, is we're gonna try doing that first. Hey, where am I? Way too far afield, that's for sure. Where am I? Let me tell you, the fact that I don't have Clank really sucks here. This level, yeah, just by this point in the game, losing the helipack or thruster pack, either way, is so brutal. Oh good, there's more of these along the path. Well, I guess at the very least, this area has no checkpoints, so we shouldn't miss these street lamps as we go. Alright, so we're gonna... that thing to go under us. Alright. Bypass that. Street lamps that we missed. But we're good there. Alright, so... No. What are you doing, Ratchet? Okay, I see the problem. And here we are at the end of this course, so let's clear these out and then try to figure out what our exit back to the ship platform is. You know what would help out with this quite a bit? Would be if they actually gave you the box breaker from later games, which lets you do the downward strike and it breaks things in a local radius, including other environmental destructibles other than crates, which is great. All right, time for us to de-stress a little bit because, yeah. Just yeah. All right. Now we get on here. Hey, do you want to... There we go. Oh, no, we can't go backwards from here. It's a whole grind rail track. Well, that's kind of annoying. I think saying I was going to 100% this was a mistake. Don't do that. That's a good way to get killed. I feel like going rip burn at this point would be really, really sad. Because clearly the worst of this area is over, right? Oh, God. Yikes. Alright, get that thing out of here. I said I would try to say thing and fucker at the same time. Alright, remove the last Oh no, that's just a spaceship. Okay, so I don't want to deal with this. I'll do it anyway. Whoa, don't you actually walk on the thing. Oh, good. Oh, goody, goody, goody. I was hoping that we would be spared from these, but... You know, so much for that. Alright, Razor, we get it. Yeah, I don't know what I was worried about. That was really easy. I think I'm just extremely nervous right now in general. Just by virtue of the fact that, well, I did the one thing. I did the one thing I've been asked to do that is quite difficult, but... Oh, I'm sure, because, well... Discord, etc., you know. Again, terrible garbage service that we all use because we don't have a feasible alternative right now. I remember AIM. I remember it worked pretty well. At least usually it did. And then it went under a few years back. All right. Go that a little early in order to help us land on the platform. God, this level stresses me out so much. I know I've said it before, but still. So now we gotta deal with gun turrets trying to cleave us here. Don't cleave the raid, etc. That sounds like quite a few of us on a good day, so... Oh, okay, I'm in his description. Alright. Where? Right. Okay, I think this area is clear. Oh god. Oh boy. No, shut the fuck up about the metal detector, because I'm stuck here. I've broken all the windows. I've broken all of the light fixtures, pardon me, and I don't have a skill point for it. So, are there actually some of those in the fucking ice zone? Are you kidding me? I gotta go back there? You are absolutely out of your mind, game. I'll do it, but I'm not happy about it. Oh, don't fall off the thing. Of course, speaking of falling, we can fall from this. Isn't that hilarious? Okay, we're on the platform. Oh no, I think it's this level in general that's the joke, really. They can't. Okay. Well, they're not right here at this starting platform. Which means if there's anything... Oh no, it's 100% this level. This is not a place to say, hey, isn't it funny you're bad at video games? Yes, it's true. I'm not great at video games. But ye fucking gods. This is not well designed. This is a nightmare. This is a little overstocked, we'll put it that way. Like, if this was the last level of the game, sure, I could understand this, but it's a major difficulty spike in mid-game, and also I need to point out that all you get for completing this pathway is the Gadgetron PDA, which is well, I mean, it exists. Oh yeah, I mean, on a basic level, Ratchet and Clank is still a pretty fun game. It's just that some of these designs, wow, they do not work at all. Also, it is always funny to me, out of all the times when Sonic is, well, latter-day Sonic anyway, I mean, Genesis, Sega CD era Sonic has always been rock solid. Not counting Sonic Origins. We don't talk about that on stream anymore. I don't even remember if I still have that installed. But it's always funny to me when a Sonic game fails very specifically at the parts that Sonic is normally like, you know, the Sonic gimmick, you know, of being a fast action platformer. I find that very entertaining for some reason. Right, well, I haven't touched Unleashed or even seen any video footage of it in a very long time. So yeah, I seem to remember you had the little mock speed bits in some of those levels, and those were all right, yeah. Yes, I know metal detector on this platform, technically, if I'm a fucking moron. Which I swear I'm not. Here we are, we're getting on the, oh, Mach Speed 06, right. Pardon me. Sonic 06 is a weird one, because it definitely seems like, again, the Sonic levels in 06, if I recall correctly, when you're actually playing as Sonic, seem to be pretty okay. But yeah, a lot of the side characters, yeah, not exactly as fortunate design-wise, we'll say that. Anyway, there was not a single street lamp in this area, so I am now at a loss as to where I'm actually missing one of these. Oh. We're in a bad place. Oh, we're in a good place, actually. We're safe. So what the hell did I miss? Unless I can shoot these things somehow. Which I don't think I can. Yeah, let me see if there's a better thing here. It explains this better. Okay, so thankfully this other guide has a very helpful hint. It says 12 near your ship, 8 on the landing platform, 4 on the platform just below it. 4 on the upper city path, which means there's no reason for me to be over here. And we're going to look and see if I smashed 4 down here. This seems like... Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, yeah. Eight on the landing pad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 4 on the upper path, because the other one is 6 on the swing shot path, which I definitely got 6. I was there, I saw it, I hit all 6 of those. Oh, yeah, literally right here. This is... I did all of that stressful shit for nothing because I missed some super obvious targets right here. Well, there is still a skill point here for shooting down a couple of ships. Should I should probably do. Actually, I'm going to go back to my ship and I'm going to see that I've gotten all of the gold bolts for all the planets up to this point. We should only start missing them at Quart 2. And, yeah, I mean, that'll just make me feel better if we've gotten them all up to this point. 5, 6, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so we're at 31 gold bolts so far for those planets. We're at 30. We should be at 33 right now. Yes, we're at 33 gold bolts so far. So, very nice. Okay, so we're gonna go over to here, and we're gonna try getting a vantage point up here in the upper city area to try and shoot down 3 invading ships. I love the fact, by the way, that I do have a guide that I've been looking at for where some of these more arcane gold bolts and other stuff are, because honestly, this game does a really bad job of giving you any information about where the gold bolts are. I think the later games all give you a list of a list of skill point titles even before you beat the game, which for us to be able to get access to that in this game, we do have to enter a second playthrough. And that's the only way we'll be able to see any of the goodies menu shit, which is what this is to unlock. And a lot of them are just really bizarre besides. Like, there's just kind of a lot that are just like things you wouldn't really think to do. And especially, I don't know, all these ships in the background, I would not think to shoot these in, under ordinary circumstances, because it wouldn't really seem to me like it would be a thing that you could easily, that would actually be worth anything, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it's incredibly bizarre. And yeah, this game is... Wow, okay, that disappeared real fucking fast. Must be some sort of atmospheric interference, huh? Those dudes are too far away for us to hit, I guess. Yeah, what I'm trying to say, if I can use proper English for a second, which is a bit of a stretch of my talents, to say the least, is that this game is definitely the hardest to get all these secrets. Even with the sheer level of repetition of like, oh, just shoot down ships on every planet. Why would I believe that I could do that on any of them, actually? They're background details, right? Well, I suppose maybe if you've never played a game like this before, but I was not inexperienced with 3D platformers when I played this the first time, so I was used to this stuff just being in the background because all that stuff was on the 64 and the PS1 a little bit. So I was just used to that stuff being background details because coding and hit detection and all that would probably eat up more resources that those consoles could not afford to waste. So yeah, it's weird how something so simplistic can be so utterly arcane at the same time, right? That and just the platforming and everything in this game is genuinely quite tough compared to later games. In fact, a lot of the fighting is as well. Because again, the franchise was kind of finding its feet and all that. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, folks. With that out of the way, I think that's going to be where we wrap it for today. We didn't make any progress in the game, but we worked more on our 100%, and we just need... let me take a quick look here at the list and double-check what I'm missing in terms of skill points. I think it's basically just going to be 3 before Quartu. Because we got all the gold bolts up through Ultanis, and we're missing 1 for destroying 3 ships in on Iridia, pardon me. On Iridia, not in Iridia. We've got doing a specific trick in a hoverboard race, beating the hoverboard race in a minute 35. Oh ye gods, that's pretty rough. Those are for Rilgar. Battalia, we need to destroy a small fighter with the turret. I didn't remember that at all, so we'll see if we can do that. I'll probably just do that off camera because, you know, big snore. And use a sand mouse to take out all tanks in the level. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting one because we're going to have to like clear out every other enemy in order to keep the sand mouse alive for that. Because we can't give it any assistance. Gaspar is 100% done. Orxon is 100% done. Poketaru is 100% done. Hoven is 100% done. Ultanis Orbit is 100% done except for buying the gold weapons, but we can wait on that. And Ultanis is 100% done. So then we need the 2 gold bolts on Quartu, but we actually have to progress through more of the game in order to get one. There's an item, believe it or not, an item in the second to last level that exists solely to unlock a gold bolt on Quartu. It's pretty silly. And we've got a couple of... Yeah, 5 other skill points to get in the game after that. So that's... Yeah, so we're at 22 out of 30, I believe, on skill points. And Yeah, we're at 33 out of 40 gold bolts. And still missing the rhino. But we're getting pretty close to that. So, yeah, I say give it one more stream and this should be done. Or pretty close to, anyway.